Hello friends, in today's video we're going to talk about the international diplomatic and economic responses related to the Russian-Ukrainian war. Well friends, several members of the international community have expressed grave concerns over the Russian intervention in Ukraine and have criticized Russia for its actions in post-revolutionary Ukraine, including the United States, the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, Poland, Canada, Japan, the Netherlands, Norway, South Korea, Georgia, Moldova, Turkey, Australia, and the European Union as a whole, which condemned Russia, accusing it of breaking international law and violating Ukrainian sovereignty. Many of these countries implemented economic sanctions against Russia or Russian individuals or companies, to which Russia responded in kind. Friends, Amnesty International has expressed its belief that Russia is fueling the conflict. The UN Security Council held a special meeting on 1st March 2014 on the crisis. The G7 countries condemned the violation of Ukrainian sovereignty and urged Russia to withdraw. All G7 leaders are refusing to participate in it due to assumed violation of the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ukraine, in contravention of Russia's obligations under the UN Charter and its 1997 Basic Agreement with Ukraine. Friends, in 2014, OSCE Parliamentary Assembly published a statement, the Baku Declaration, discussing the events in Ukraine in detail. Specifically, it pointed out that Russia is a signatory of the Helsinki Accords and committed to observing its rules, including respecting the sovereignty and territorial integrity of other member countries, as well as the Budapest Memorandum on Security Assurances that specifically guaranteed the integrity of Ukraine's borders. As noted by OSCE, Russian Federation has, since February 2014, violated every one of the 10 Helsinki principles in its relations with Ukraine, some in a clear, gross and thus far uncorrected manner, and is in violation with the commitments it undertook in the Budapest Memorandum, as well as other international obligations. OSCE condemned actions of the Russian Federation, calling them coercion and military aggression that are designed to subordinate the rights inherent in Ukraine's sovereignty to the Russian Federation's own interests. Well, friends, in 2016, OSCE Deputy Mission Head in Ukraine, Alexander Hug, summarized the mission's 2 years of observation, stating that since the beginning of the conflict, the mission has been armed people with Russian insignia, vehicle tracks crossing border between Russia and Ukraine, as well as talked to prisoners who were declaring themselves Russian soldiers. Moreover, friends, in January 2015, Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe, that is PACE, accepted a resolution that noted the direct involvement of the Russian Federation in the emergence and worsening of the situation in these parts of Ukraine and called both sides to fully respect the terms of Minsk Agreement. In June 2015, OSCE repeated condemnation of Russia's aggression against Ukraine, including its illegal annexation and occupation of Crimea. On 28th of August 2015, Poland's newly elected president, Andrzej Duda, said in Berlin during talks with German president that Poland is already taking in large numbers of refugees from the Ukraine conflict as part of the European refugee program and does not intend to join in talks conducted since 2014 by France, Germany, Russia and Ukraine. Well, friends, the policy of strategic partnership between Kyiv and Warsaw requires further strengthening of military and technical cooperation, best exemplified by the Lithuanian Polish-Ukrainian Brigade, but the more immediate task, informed Poland's State Secretary, is Ukraine's constitutional reform leading to broad decentralization of power, in which Poland's post-Soviet experience is going to be used. In 2017, President Donald Trump signed the Countering America's Adversaries Through Sanctions Act, that is CAATSA, which has targeted Russia's oil and gas industry, defense and security sectors, and financial institutions. Trump's administration imposed sanctions on several third countries for buying Russian weapons. Talking about the financial markets, friends, the initial reaction to the escalation of tensions in Crimea caused the Russian and European stock market to tumble. The intervention caused the Swiss franc climbed to a 2-year high against the dollar and a 1-year high against the euro. The euro and the US dollar both rose, as did the Australian dollar. The Russian stock market declined by more than 10%, whilst the Russian ruble hit all-time lows against the US dollar and the euro. The Russian central bank hiked interest rates and intervened in the foreign exchange markets to the tune of $12 billion to try to stabilize its currency. Prices for wheat and grain rose, with Ukraine being a major exporter of both crops. Friends, and later in March 2014, the reaction of the financial markets to the Crimea annexation was surprisingly mellow, with global financial markets rising immediately after the referendum held in Crimea. One explanation being that the sanctions were already priced in following the earlier Russian incursion. Other observers consider that the positive reaction of the global financial markets on Monday, 17 March 2014, after the announcement of sanctions against Russia by the European and the United States, revealed that these sanctions were too weak to hurt Russia. In early August 2014, the German DAX was down by 6% for the year and 11% since June, over concerns Russia, Germany's 13th biggest trade partner, would retaliate against sanctions. Well, friends, if you really like this video, I request you to kindly share it with your friends and your loved ones. Keep smiling and take care. Hello friends, welcome to our channel called The History, where we apprise you of important historical events which one should certainly know, along with the ancient, medieval and the modern history in order to enhance your knowledge. But before we move on, I request you to kindly subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for the latest updates.